Hello, and welcome to Verbaling. In this class, we're concluding our little series this week, looking at basic reading comprehension. This class will include reading some very short, anecdotal type, humorous passages, which we will then kind of analyze for vocabulary, and also try to understand the passage of reading comprehension, the name of the class. Try to understand what is humorous about the passage, why is it amusing, identify the punchline, and so forth. And maybe talk about them a little bit as well. The reading part, I will talk about any pronunciation errors that may occur. And so a mixed bag, a little vocabulary, a little grammar, a little reading comprehension, this and that, a little bit of everything. Okay, welcome to the class, Carolina. Hello, hello. Welcome back.
Teacher.
Hello again.
Thank you.
Okay, and also I'd like to welcome Masahiro.
Hi, nice to see you.
Hi, Masa. How are you?
Yeah, fine, very fine, thank you.
Good. Good to see you again. Okay, so let's get started. Any others who would like to join the class? Plenty of room. Just jump on in anytime you're ready. I'm going to do a screen share here and we'll get started. Hang on. Oh, what happened? Oh, okay. All right. Here we go. All right. Our first story: a delicious pie. Okay. Carolina, can you two-part story here? All right. Can you start? Can you read the story, please?
Okay. We were two Australian student nurses training at an English hospital. During visiting hours, we would take a break in the ward kitchen, and often a kind visitor would slip us a cake or some chocolate.
Yeah. Well, okay, we'll get back to that. All right, continue.
Yes, it's like chocolate.
That's exactly right. It's a dropped syllable. We English speakers normally say chocolate, not chocolate. 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 All right.
One
Anyway.
night, a woman brought a pork pie to the kitchen and asked me, "Could you eat this up, love?" My friend and I ate every crumb and were delighted until the woman returned and asked, "Is my husband fine of out yet, dear?"
Uh-huh. Okay. That's the story. We'll look at some of the vocabulary and then we'll talk about what the story means. Masa, what is ward here? Okay, here it is in context for you. During visiting hours, we would take a break in the ward kitchen. All right.
Ward kitchen. Sorry, can I see the text?
Yeah.
Written what? We were 12 student nurse training and driving to take a break in the ward kitchen.
Okay.
I don't know.
You have choices here.
Okay.
Multiple choice.
What kind of cook? She?
C. Yeah. A part of the hospital. Okay. And generally, they are labeled in a hospital. For example, Masa, what would be the maternity ward?
Uh-huh.
You'd see a sign that said in an English-speaking hospital that said maternity ward. What would that be?
Maternity ward. Maternity ward. Maternity. Probably the people who get pregnant. Go to this place.
Probably.
Maternity ward. Uh-huh.
Yes. It is likely this is the place where babies are born. Yes,
Uh-huh.
exactly. And they go to the maternity ward. Right. There'd be a children's ward, convalescence ward. Okay, these are
Uh-huh.
common areas of a hospital. Yeah, that's it. I do want to, and that's what it means here. A ward can also be, for example, a ward of the state is a child who's basically an orphan, somebody who has no parents. Their parents died. Their parents, whatever, abandoned them. They're an immigrant, and their parents weren't with them. That person becomes a ward of the state. It means that the state is responsible for them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another different meaning. They're both very kind of specific meanings. Okay, Carolina, number 2. To slip here. Okay, now we need to look at context because this is very much a kind of idiomatic meaning. Here we go. Often a kindly visitor would slip us a cake or some chocolate.
Maybe it's to divide? Divide?
What's that? I'm sorry? Okay. Okay, looking at divide. No. No, that's not it. I might give you another example. If we're in a classroom together, an actual classroom, and we're sitting in seats and the teacher is in front of the class, I might slip you a note. Meet me after school. I slip you a note.
Move slowly.
No, that's not it. I don't want the teacher to see, so yeah.
Okay.
I don't want the teacher to see me give you a note because I'll get in trouble with the teacher, so I slip you a note. I slip you a message secretly. All right. So, all right, they probably aren't supposed to get chocolate and so forth from the visitors in a hospital, so they slip them the chocolate. They secretly give it to them. All right. Okay. You may secretly give someone money. Oh, you secretly give your niece. You slip your niece $20 for her birthday. So you give it to her secretly, so her mom doesn't know, so she can spend the money on whatever she wants. So this can be a very positive thing, or it can be very negative. Somebody can slip you a Mickey. Do you know what that means?
A Mickey?
A Mickey,
Like
yeah.
A dollar?
Mickey is a drug that's going to make you
Okay.
fall asleep very quickly and not remember anything. Not good, very negative. So they secretly drug you. All right, they slip you a Mickey. Right, so, all right, so the verb itself is, neutral in meaning depending on what you're somebody slips you some money, that's good. If somebody slips you a Mickey, that's very, very bad. Carolina, what is the meaning of slip? Just the more normal, probably dictionary meaning, not idiomatic.
Is when, for example, the floor is sticky? No, sticky, no, greasy.
The floor is slippery. Yeah.
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 Because maybe there is water with soap.
Right. Slippery with soap. Yeah. Okay. And you slide on the floor. Yeah. You slip on the floor. Yeah, that's right. That's it. You slip on ice. Sure. That's right. But this more idiomatic meaning to slip somebody something, to give it secretly, is actually quite fairly common for this situation. When this happens, we use this word. Okay. Ken has joined the class, so let me welcome Ken. Hi, Ken. How are you today?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Thank you very much. I'll come back to you in just a second. Masa. Next one, number 3. Probably know this one.
Number 3, poke. One night a woman brought a pork pie. Pork means pig.
Yeah, pig meat. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's pretty straightforward with that one. A pork pie. Yeah. British people love their meat pies. Their pork, maybe a pork pie, chicken pie, beef pie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Steak and kidney pie. British people like those. Ken, what do you mean from French?
No, yeah, BBC English language documentary says when the Britain conquered by French and France, and an aristocrat was speaking French, and so this beef from beef, maybe pig in French is similar to pork, I guess.
Oh, okay. I see.
A lot of kind of food-related word became French after that.
Yeah, so many food-related words come from French. Actually, it's very, very true. Yes, and England and France conquered each other just over and over again, 1,000 years. So yeah, true. Okay, Ken. Meanwhile, number 4, a crumb means what?
Crumb.
Okay, looking at it in context. Excuse me. My friend and I ate every crumb, and we're delighted. All right. So, what is crumb?
Kind of fresh fruit baked bread.
Sorry.
Okay. Very big piece of pie, very small bit of bread cake. The person who works in hospital.
Yeah, let's not hope it does that one.
F? Pie? I don't know.
Well, crumb is going to be a very small piece of usually something that pieces fall off of, like bread or cake, cookies, crackers. Yeah. Even potato chips have crumbs. Anything that can fall apart into little pieces has crumbs. Right. Crumb is used very often. What happened to the? Okay, I don't know what happened to the word. Okay, crumb is used very often in English to stress or really overemphasize, exaggerate, I suppose, the very small pieces. We didn't have a crumb to eat. All right. Okay, we didn't have even the tiniest piece of food. Okay. He ate the entire cake and only left the crumbs. All right. We use this word a lot to exaggerate the idea of Very little left. We use this word a lot to mean, okay, for example, to talk about money as well. In English, we might say, well, the CEO and the upper management of the company take all of the profit and leave only the crumbs for the workers. All right, if you leave only the crumbs, you leave almost nothing. So they, again, exaggerate the idea. They get very little. All right, or ate every crumb. We ate every tiny piece. Carolina, delighted here. Delighted. What does delighted mean?
Is D very pleased?
D, very pleased. That's right. All right. In context, we ate every crumb and we're delighted. Absolutely. Okay. Now, let's talk about the meaning of the story. Okay. Masa, the woman in the story they're referring to, all right, she cannot pronounce a sound. Oh, what is the sound that she cannot pronounce?
Please wait. The woman in the story cannot pronounce a sound.
Yeah. If we look the second half of the story here.
Uh-huh.
All right. Now, notice the use in the dialogue of the apostrophes. Apostrophes indicate something's missing, even in normal contractions like can't. All right. It's there to show you there's a letter missing.
Cannot.
That's right. So, what letter is missing? Eat.
Would you like to? No.
No. Would you eat this? Would you eat this up, lol? And then later in her dialogue, notice in the quote, is my husband spy out yet, dear?
Is my husband?
Ah, that's right. Right. The letter that's missing is H. She's just not pronouncing H's. Right? Okay. Why not? Why is she doing that? Do you have any idea? Remember, they're Australian student nurses training at an English hospital. So they're in England.
Sorry, I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, most probably they have a very strong British accent, possibly a Cockney accent. A Cockney accent. They don't pronounce H's. Hello, nice to meet you. Not hello.
So this H is very easy to lose, disappear. For most many English. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, so the H is dropped in some, I wouldn't say many, but in some strong accents, strong British accents. That's right, the H can be sometimes dropped, so something you should be aware of. Yeah, you never hear this on BBC or something because they have a very neutral British accent, but in a stronger accent, like a Cockney accent, notably, right? You wouldn't hear the H. Okay, and well, Ken, I don't know if you caught the story.
Yeah,
but, What's that?
I read the story.
You did. All right. So Ken, why is what is the why is the story funny? What is funny about the story?
Go to kitchen as well to eat this up love. Your friend and I home. 이모 하는 pie. Yeah. Is my husband's pie. Oat is also kokuni. Oat.
For hot.
Yeah. It's my husband's art. Pie art. Yeah, dear.
Yeah.
Can't age.
Right. So
Related to Cockney accent joke.
yeah.
I cannot get it. Can't.
Okay. All right. The idea. Okay. Sometimes the visitors would give them treats to eat, special treats to eat. It was a normal thing for people to give them special treats to eat. And then one night, this woman, this Cockney woman, I suppose, comes in. Carolina, do you get the idea here? Why do you think this is at least supposed to be funny?
I don't know, teacher. I don't understand the last sentence.
Well, yes. Yes, the last sentence is the punchline. That's true. But do you understand wherever these apostrophes appear, there's supposed to be an H. So, okay, the woman comes to the hospital where they work, and the nurses believe she is telling them, would you eat? Yum, 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 eat this up, love.
I understand now.
That's not what they're saying. They're saying, will you heat this up for me? She wants them to, they're in the kitchen, she would like them to heat up a pie for her husband. But they don't understand that, and they eat the pie completely. So when the woman comes back to get her heated pie, the pie's gone. See, is my husband's pie hot yet? No, it's gone, actually. Okay, so that's the idea. It's kind of when in English humor, British humor, or even American humor, whatever, English-speaking humor, this kind of humor is known as a pun. It's a type of a pun because there's a misunderstanding because of the pronunciation of words. All right? So this whole anecdote is a kind of a pun. The punchline is it's a little bit of a pun in that they don't understand because it's what it sounds like.
And what is the last sentence mean? Can't age.
Oh, it means nothing. I was just illustrating
Okay, perfect.
some things that doesn't belong in the story. I was just writing things as I was talking about them. Okay. All right. I have no idea how these proverbs are related to the story, so we'll come back to them at the end of the class if we have time. Let's look at another story. Masa, can you read this one, please?
Okay. After lunch, my friend and I paid the bill and made our way to my car. I took out my remote control gadget and pressed the button, which automatically unlocks the doors, not having noticed what I did. My friend looked puzzled and asked, "What was the creaking sound?" It was just the door unlocking, I answered. He looked at me with astonishment and said, "The car recognize you?"
Yeah. Well, okay. Not so very remotely not so impossible nowadays, but okay. Anyway, let's look at some vocabulary here. Ken, good job, by the way. No major mispronunciations. Got to make sure you're getting your L's though, Masa. Clicking.
Correcting.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Ken.
Hmm?
Bill here means what?
Mm,
Well, let's look in context because it has different meanings. After lunch, my friend and I paid the bill and made our way to the car. Okay. All right. So what is bill here?
bill is a piece of paper money.
Well, they paid the bill after lunch.
In this option, this is only no, but a list of things bought and their price. That's
Yes.
okay.
In this particular, in context here, right? The bill for their lunch. Right. In reality, of course, all four of these choices are definitions, different definitions of bill. It is part of a bird's mouth. It is a printed notice on a wall or fence. It is a list of things, and it is one piece of paper money is a bill, a $10 bill. So actually, all of them are correct definitions, but only one of them in context. All right. Carolina, what is a gadget? Again, looking in context, I took out my remote control gadget and pressed the button. Carolina, are you there? Hello? Am I here? Can you guys hear me? Am I still here? Hello?
Yes, I hear you.
Oh, okay. I did. If I lose connection, I don't know for like 2 minutes. All right, I'm not sure what happened to Carolina. We'll just pass her this time around. Masa, number 2. A gadget is what?
Gadget is a small machine. B.
Yeah, okay. Small, yeah. Okay, I guess that's a pretty good definition. It's a very general term. Lots of things could be called gadgets. Sometimes lots of gadgets related to cooking. Weird little things with the special little functions people use. All right, electronic gadgets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. All right. Oh, all right. She must have lost connection. All right, Ken, puzzled.
Puzzled means unable to understand.
Yeah, it's down here. All right. I think he had a puzzled. My friend looked puzzled. All right. All right. So it refers. It's an adjective that refers here to the way somebody looks. Somebody looks puzzled. They look confused. Okay. Masa, number 4, to click.
Click means B. Make a short, sharp sound.
Okay. In this situation, what was that clicking sound? All right. Yeah. Also, to click can mean a verb, meaning to use usually your fingers, obviously, to push a button. You click through the TV channels on your remote, for example.
Is this what related to clicky? No.
I don't know. Can you spell it? What do you? I'm sorry.
Creaky. Creaky.
Creaky. Not really.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I mean, they're both kind of onomatopoeia.
Uh-huh.
Onomatopoeia are sounds that, words that actually sound like the sound they represent.
Mm-hmm.
So in that way, they're similar because click, 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 kind of make that sound. And creek kind of sounds like creek. So in that way, they're somewhat related, yeah, but not directly.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sure. Carolina, you made it back. Yeah.
Yes, teacher, sorry, my computer was frozen.
It happens. Yeah, I know. Okay. Carolina, number 5 here. Astonishment.
Astonishment means great surprise.
Yes. What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this word here? Great surprise. I just noticed this.
Great
Yeah. What's the problem here?
spelling.
Yeah, that's right. It's supposed to be great. Great, like this, is a word. G-R-A-T-E. But do you know what a great is? It is a noun. Do you know what a great is, Carolina?
It's like grateful. No, grateful. No. Oh my god.
Uh,
I
a,
don't know.
a grate is like, for example, a sewer grate. It's very common. You see them in every city in the world. There'll be a cover over the sewer, the tunnels or tubes where the water goes when it rains, and there'll be a hole in the pavement, but then there will be metal bars so you can't fall through the grate. So
Okay.
you might have grates on the windows. Again, you can see out, but there's holes so that people can't crawl in your window or something. That's a grate. So, yeah, I'm totally wrong there. Okay. Great surprise. Okay. Let's talk about why is this story funny? I think I'm all out of order now, but okay. Why is this story funny, Masa? What it's supposed to be funny about the story?
Probably, one person press the button and this is a very easy mechanism to unlock, but the other person misunderstood to misunderstood this the car have any knowledge to recognize the person.
All right.
I don't know.
Okay. First of all, you got the idea, and that's exactly the idea. That's why it's surprising. All right. You could say a more common collocation is a simple mechanism. It's a very simple mechanism. It's not complicated. It's a simple mechanism. And the other person, all right, as you said, the other person thinks the car has knowledge. A more formal word, maybe he thinks that the car has sentience. All right. Yes, like awareness. Like humans are sentient beings. We have self-awareness. Right.
Sentience is very similar meaning as recognize.
No. If you're sentient, that means you're a higher life form and you have the ability to think. I guess really defined, it means you have awareness of self.
Okay.
All right. Which would mean you'd have awareness of other people as well. Okay. You know, we often use the word sentient to talk about space and space exploration and the search for sentient life in the universe. Okay? That means Somebody in outer space who could talk back to us.
Sentient life. Okay.
Okay, so that's the meaning. Oh, okay. Well, all right. Actually, they probably have cars that can recognize you now. I wouldn't be surprised. All right. Let's look at one more story. We might go back to our expressions later, but all right. The next story is called Poor Cat Ken. I do believe that it is your turn to
Okay.
read the story.
As a student, I ate my meals at a seaside boarding house. The landlady was a good cook, and her husband was a fisherman. We always ate fish for dinner. Eventually I got tired of it and took to slipping it under the sofa, where the family cat would find and devour it. This worked very successfully until one day the landlady tiptoed up behind me and said, "Young man, it's high time I told you that our cat was run over by a lorry 3 weeks ago."
Yeah, okay. Good job with pronunciation. A little more ow in devour. Devour. Yeah. Other than that, good job with the pronunciation. All right. Very good. Okay, I do want to point out just interesting grammatical construction. If you ever need to do this, this is how to do it. I bring it up because it confuses me even. All right, the landlady was a good cook, and I'm always actually putting the comma in front of and, but actually we're using as a subordinator, so this is what it's supposed to look like. And, comma, as her husband was a fisherman, adding some extra information. We're using as here like since her husband was a fisherman. All right, here's how to construct this sentence regarding the punctuation. And I point it out because I actually make mistakes when I try to do this. Okay, let's look at some vocabulary, then we'll talk about the reading passage. Carolina? All right. A boarding house is of what?
I think is a building which is near the sea.
No. No. And notice in context, as a student, I ate my meals at a seaside boarding house. Notice
Okay.
they actually have to express with an adjective that it is seaside.
A house giving rooms and food.
Yep. Exactly. There's a difference. Have you ever heard of, Carolina, a bed and breakfast?
Yes. For example, when you book in a hotel, they say that they offer bed and breakfast.
Well, a bed and a breakfast is basically usually a renovated and nicely decorated house, like individual family house. But it's really kind of nice furniture, and they prepare a really nice breakfast for you, whatever, amenities, whatever, jacuzzi in your room, a big library you can use, maybe workout equipment. It's like a hotel, but it's much more personalized, and it's in someone's house. Like a hotel room, every hotel room looks exactly the same. In a bed and breakfast, each room would have maybe a theme or a different decorating style. This would be common. A bed and breakfast you go to for the weekend, maybe a week, but it's more like a hotel. You go there for a short stay. A boarding house is similar, but a boarding house you go live at for 6 months, for example, or 9 months while you're in university. So you would be staying there in a boarding house for a long period of time, maybe even years, possibly. Okay, so I just wanted to point out the differences there. All right. A bed and breakfast, literally, you have a room and they give you breakfast, but you're probably on your own for dinner. Boarding house will provide meals, probably breakfast and dinner, maybe lunch too. Okay, Masa, number 2, a landlady.
Landlady means keeps a boarding house.
Okay, keeps a boarding house. Well, that's true. She would be the landlady because she's who you pay rent to. But it can also be anybody who rents any place, any place, a house, an apartment building, whatever. Anything you rent, the person you pay your rent to is your landlady or landlord. Yeah. So not only, this is a little narrow definition here. Anybody you're paying rent to is your landlord.
Okay.
All right. All right. Moving on. Ken, eventually means what?
Eventually means not naturally.
Well, let's look at it in context. Eventually, I got tired of it.
Sounds like naturally, gradually. Among these options, I choose naturally.
That's closer to the in the end, or I would even say after a while,
So,
after a period of time. All right. Okay. Yeah, I like after a while better than in the end. In the end has, I don't know, too much of an idea of something finished. Okay, children grow up with their parents and eventually they go to university and meet someone and get married and move out of the house. Eventually. All right. Okay. If you don't ever cut your hair, eventually your hair becomes long. All right. Like that. Basically, it's used to introduce the idea that a period of time passes. Okay, Carolina, to take to here means to what? Oops, we've lost her again. Okay, well, Masa, to take to here means to what? Let's see. Where is it anyway?
Take, I think A, but I don't understand this sentence. Take to stripping.
There it is. Yeah.
I don't know about this stripping word.
Slipping. Remember earlier in the lesson we learned about if you slip someone something, you give it to them secretly. So he's secretly putting the fish under the sofa. Supposedly for the family cat. Okay. He took to slipping secretly. Sliding it under the sofa. So what does that mean? He took to.
A, carry something to somewhere.
No, he's already sitting on the sofa. So.
D.
No. He began to do something as a habit. So let's look again. Okay, he took to slipping it out. He started to do this action over and over again. Okay. All right. So we say this about any action. I don't know. Since I have been when I was a teenager, I took to staying up late on Friday night to watch scary movies.
Sorry,
Started.
I have a question.
Sure.
Take two. This word includes the meaning of behaving, acting over and over.
Yeah. Took to. It's the concept is started to do this action over and over.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a phrasal verb. Actually, it's a two-word.
Okay.
Yeah, two-word verb there. Yeah.
Okay, understand.
Okay, it has another meaning, which I should, since we're looking at it. If you take to someone, it means that you like them. I really took to your friend Ken. He seems like a really nice guy, and we got along immediately. And it's often used, actually, in this way to talk about. It's usually used to talk about an older person who likes a younger person. He likes them. Maybe he's going to help them out in some way with education, with money, with opportunities to work, something like that. Often it's like that. Ken, there's your word there. Devour. What does devour mean? We can look at it in context here.
Devour means something hungrily.
Yeah. The cat would find it, the fish, and devour it. Absolutely.
Usually, animals do that. How about human?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Human.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, the human can devour something. Yes, you are correct. We often use it especially to talk about wild animals. The lion caught the zebra and devoured it. Yeah, absolutely. It's often used to talk about animals, and you're correct. But yes, we can still use it in reference to human beings. Okay. I was so hungry, I devoured an entire pizza by myself. Sure. Yeah. We can also use it more abstractly, Ken. I really loved the book. I devoured it in one night.
Oh.
So it's possible to use it. It's the first idea that came to my mind is actually about reading. You definitely would use it like that. So it is possible to use it in other areas, more abstractly, more metaphorically. All right, Masa, to tiptoe means what? What are you doing?
Tiptoe means walk very quietly.
Tiptoed up behind me.
On their toes?
Yeah. You see this on cartoons, cartoon characters sneaking up on someone. They're always tiptoeing. Yeah, that's it. And you don't, okay. You don't necessarily have to really walk on your toes to tiptoe if the idea you're going very quietly. They exaggerate it in cartoons, and then you see the little cartoon cat, walking very much on his toes. Yeah. Okay, Ken, to run over means what?
Something like drive over something. And other option, take something away. Take something from a place.
Okay, let's look in context here. Our cat was run over by a lorry 3 weeks ago.
It was hit by a lorry.
Yeah. You're run over. Yeah.
Hit something while running.
Well, drive over something. Well, it can. I can, if I run right over the top of you, yeah, that's true. It can mean both things here. Here it means drive over something. A lorry, of course, is the British word for truck. Americans would call it a truck. Definitely. All right. One other interesting feature that I'd like to point out, it's high time. Sometimes we say it's about time. It's long past time. Okay. All right. It not only is it time to tell you something, it's past time. Well, that's another way we express it. It's past time I told you. It's about time I told you. It's high time I told you. These expressions, you're expressing the idea that I should have told you this before.
It's negative.
No, not really negative. It's neutral.
Okay. So can I say it's a high time to end of the chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The idea meaning, oh, we should have probably stopped before. Yeah, well, it's kind of in a little bit negative. It doesn't have to be, though. It's high time I told you that you've really improved your English. Okay, that's not negative, right? I should have told you this before.
Maybe it means proper timing.
Yeah. When I say it's high time, I should have told you before. It's past time. Obviously, that means I should have told you before. It's about time I told you. It means now's a good time. Yeah. Okay. Right, Ken. So what is the humorous element of the story? What's supposed to be funny about this?
Maybe cat deal with that abandoned fish, but cat is not anymore. So landlady notice his behavior.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Really good. I like that. Abandoned fish. Masa, how do you think the landlady? How do you think she figured out what the student was doing?
Sorry, I have no idea.
Really? Can you
Yes.
imagine? Do you have a sofa?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I would like you to go get a fish, cook it, put the fish under your sofa, and then we'll talk about this in 3 weeks. Yeah. I'm joking. I'm joking, of course, but fish is awfully smelly after a few days. A few weeks. Yeah. Even if she didn't notice him doing it anyway before, I can't imagine she could have possibly avoided the smell. Just in my opinion. Okay.
I think the most difficult for English learner is one of the most difficult thing for English learner is to understand joke.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're absolutely right. Absolutely. I completely agree. It's definitely advanced level stuff. This is kind of a weird lesson. We're doing part of this lesson. What we're really doing is advanced, and part of the lesson what we're doing is intermediate, and part of what we're doing is really a beginner. So yeah, it's a weird lesson for sure. No, you're absolutely right. Okay, let's take a look at the. Let's see what we got for a weird saying. I have no idea sometimes what these sayings have to do with the actual reading. Masig, okay. You read this saying. Go ahead and read it out loud.
The purpose of education is to replace an empty mind with an open one.
All right. What does that mean to you?
Empty mind with an open one. Open one. I'm sorry, I have no idea.
Okay. Ken, what is your interpretation of this saying?
Yeah, the purpose of education is, giving knowledge, and after that, let students think about it, or think about themselves. That's the purpose.
Keep an open mind, meaning you're open to well, new ideas, and you're open to learning more.
Yeah.
Right. As opposed to having a closed mind in which you've been educated to have these opinions.
Right.
That's not education, that's indoctrination. There's a difference between education and indoctrination. If you've been indoctrinated, you're taught to have a closed mind. These are the answers, these are the opinions that you must have. Okay?
Okay.
Kind of like China. Okay.
But it happens in every
To some degree, yeah, you're absolutely right.
manipulative way. So we.
Well, you have a point, Ken. You definitely, most certainly have a point. All right, gentlemen, we are out of time, so I will bid you adieu for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you for useful lesson. Bye bye.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.